Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today is the Moogle Treasure Trove event. We've done a video talking about and showcasing all of the items. If you haven't seen that, that will be linked in the description so you can preview all of the items. The only thing we couldn't preview in that video was the earring, simply because it had never been obtainable prior to this event. So there's a brand new earring. That's the purpose of this video. Additionally, then I farmed out in just over 2.5 hours about 103 of these tomestones, and you might be wondering, how did I get this done in like 3 hours or so? Just under. Effectively, if you go to your collection, if you're a new player and you've never done this, you have to go to one of the itinerant Moogle NPCs. You can see them with the Moogle icon in your starting city states, like this one in Limsa, and you'll get given the Mogpendium. If you've already done this event before in the past with other Moogle tome events, you just simply open your collection menu on the duty section and click Mogpendium, and it will update automatically for you, so you don't have to do anything. So there are actually your standard objectives, which is your dungeons, your raids, your trials, PvP, gates, ocean fishing, all of that stuff is rewarding you with tomes. And the best answer to the best way to farm things out is ultimately a good variety of things, so that you don't burn out on any one thing, especially when we're in a lot of content between the major patches with 7.2 on the horizon. The last thing you want to do if you want to get the earring or any of the other rewards is burn yourself out on the game. My recommendation then, definitely go and do the deep dungeon. Obviously this is quite simple to do now. Heaven on High, get a group of friends together. We did this 3-man earlier. You can do this 2-man, 4-man or solo, as well as 3-man, and get yourself 50 tomes. Bear in mind, to go above floor 31, you will need 10 Etherpool Almond armor, which you can get by grouping up randomly with people. But of course, you do need to have a fixed party to go 31 and beyond, so bear that in mind. It's a pretty good way of doing it, though. I think most people have the Ultimog Challenge. I think this is the same for everyone. We get 50 of those tomes, so that's a big chunk of that. If you're not able to do this for any reason, there are lots of other ways of getting your tomes. Obviously, a recommendation is to do either your Fates or Island Sanctuary, which is what I got. You might get something slightly different for your mini-mog challenges, but whatever it is, it shouldn't be too taxing on you, and you do get 10 tomes of Phantasmagoria just for doing that. For example, I gathered materials 50 times in Island Sanctuary to get 10 tomes, or I could do 5 Fates in the Raktika Greatwood or the Tempest, and that was very, very simple. So that's where you would want to start. Your weekly objective is going to be different to me. My girlfriend actually had Auburn Monastery, which was actually very useful to have as a weekly, because she was able to get 7 tomes upon completion of Auburn at the same time as 20 from her weekly. Mine was Seat of Sacrifice. I just simply did that on normal. Your mileage may vary, but definitely check that out, because 20 is going to go a long way towards your rewards. And then as for standard objectives, I would recommend doing a variety of things. A good option, though, would be PvP, simply because a lot of groups are making the most of this, and they're doing Hidden Gorge runs, pre-made runs and things like that. All the queues seem to be alive, and the PvP queues in general will likely be more alive towards the weekend. A lot of people like to do the Revival Wings community, for example. That's what we get on Chaos and Light. Great opportunity to get some of the PvP achievements and rewards, mounts and such, if you haven't got those already. Ocean fishing is a good call, especially if you're working on your, your giant fish mount. You get 5 to 10 depending. And there's also gates, so if you don't really want to spend too much time doing anything and you're busy, doing work or whatever, just got your, you cheekily got 14 open on your laptop or something, you could just do gates whenever they're up, like Air Force 1 or whatever it might be, and they'll give you 1 to 10. And if you click on the See Rewards thing, you can see how many each of the gate events in the Gold Saucer will give you. For example, Cliffhanger 1 to 3, Air Force 1 you get 4 if you complete it perfect, and then the lower than 5,000 score on Air Force 1 you get, the closer you get to just getting 1. So it's a small amount, but you can get quite a few from Leap of Faith and things like that. Simple objectives. But again, the best solution, a good variety of things. But towards the end, it was a consideration for me personally to go and farm the Ivalice alliance raids, mostly because Rabanasta, very quick. The synchronization of this is ridiculous. You can kill Mateus and Harshmal, the first two bosses, before they do their major mechanics these days, and that gives you 5 a run. Ridorana, it's a little bit slower because of Math Boss, and Orbon Monastery, obviously you've got Sidolphus to deal with and Ultima, so it might be a bit slower, but again, you could just do a variety of things. You've also got your trials giving you like 2, which is not great, but that's my recommendation anyway, to definitely try and get your 50 from your Ultimog, your 10 from your Fates or Island Sanctuary if you can, and your weekly objective, check what it is. But if you can't do the Ultimog, you're going to have to find something to farm or do a variety of things. But my recommendation, if you're doing a variety, is to go through the Ivalice Alliance raids one by one. There we go. So let's move on to then the exciting bit is to spend our tomes. I got 103. We only need 100 for the new item, and most of you have probably already seen that. So, but it's the Paissa earring, equipable by all classes in the game, level 1 and above. This is a singular earring. It is not a pair of earrings, unfortunately. They are still not doing that for whatever reason. But I personally collect all of this stuff anyway, as you know, so it's just another thing to add to the list. Let's go into G-Pose as I'm waving and have a look at this. We have to zoom in quite a bit though, because you can't see it from that far away. Again, it's singular, not plural. It is an earring. It is a very small, a very, very small item that you can barely see. You could barely make it out probably on YouTube through the bit rate. But it is a Paissa with a green gemstone attached via a string or wire to your ear, and depending on where your ears are on your character is how it's going to hang. But there's its plump butt from behind there, Paissa butt, and there's the front of it. It's a pretty nice little earring. If you're into collecting this stuff, you're probably already going to be collecting this, but there's lots of very good other items on the list. Such as the Inferno jacket, a huge recommendation from me. If you have not got the Inferno jacket off of the itinerant Moogle event before, it's been a very long time since that was available, and it's finally available again for 50. I would highly recommend it. It does look a lot better in the game than it does in the preview window. It's got Ifrit on the back of it there, enveloped in flame. It's got single dye, unfortunately, no double dye, but that's what I would recommend if you weren't going to go for anything else. And obviously we got mounts and things, but check out that video I did for more previews. But yeah, Paissa earring added to my collection alongside our Namazu earring and all the rest of it. Very, very happy to have this one finally in our collection. I was wondering when this would become available, because we've got Paissa, other kinds of Paissa things, but we didn't have an earring, so there we go. I'm excited to see what other mascot stuff they do in the future. Anyway, much love. Hopefully you enjoyed a Moogle Tome event. There's lots of things happening in Final Fantasy XIV, sort of smaller things running up to 7.2. We should have some more information on the next live letter soon. Hopefully we get an announced date for that, and we'll cover that in detail. And of course 7.2 itself is going to have a lot of content in it. We've got Hildebrand in that patch series, we've got Shades Triangle, which is basically Eureka 2.0, we've got Cosmic Exploration, we've got an MSQ, we've got a trial associated with that, we've got a new dungeon. Yeah, there's quite a lot in 7.2. They're putting all of their eggs into one basket, and hopefully it's a good patch. But until then, go farm some Moogle Tomes if you feel up to it. And that's what the Paissa looks like if you're interested, before you spend any of your tomes needlessly. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.